Hey you. It's been a while since my last vid, but I've got some info I want to start sharing around. I don't know, this one is just a little warm-up one. This one might already have been floated around the community. To do with the way that coal seams have formed over well, the way that coal seams are formed. I mean, if you think about them from a mud flood perspective, then the flood comes, it picks up all the trees and so on, and deposits them in one, in very large concentrated areas. These massive concentrations of raw plant material or living plant material will eventually, as a lump, covered by mud, will eventually, the heat will cause them to burn and become coal. Now, even the mainstream version of how coal seams are formed are that something along the lines of, vegetation has to be deposited on the forest floor faster than it degrades or than it rots, because you need a collection of living matter to sort of, for that energy to create the heat necessary to create the fires that will burn the wood. So what I'm thinking is that these giant forests that we lost will be the accumulations of coal that we see. And if you're into the research of mud flood, then it might be worth looking at where coal seams typically are found, like on Martinique in Wales. They've got a lot out there. Where these coal seams are found, that will be where a mud flood, possibly a mud flood, ended, or it's kind of its reach. Like if a tsunami comes ashore, then at its highest point you will see the residue of whatever detritus has been washed ashore. So there you go. That's my thing. I hope it hasn't already been said. If it has, then fine. If it hasn't, I hope this adds to the conversation. I could go on and talk about how I think that gold mines, this is really a little bit of a reach, gold mines, but they could be deep cities that were more deep vaults of gold that were perhaps buried under mud, and they know about these, and so they send down miners to kind of dig this stuff out. Because I'm starting to lose faith in the mainstream idea that flecks of gold are sort of interspersed with the odd ton of rock. Every ton of rock is meant to hold a gram or two of gold or something in the in those gold seams of Johannesburg. Well, what if they're digging out old treasures, buildings or whatever that had gold within them, or a vault of gold, whatever, who knows. Anyway, that's just another bit of creative thinking for you. Have a good one.